Hello everybody, this is Turgaya, and I'm here to talk to you about the patch notes for the Age of Triumph. As always, here's how to find me around the interwebs. You know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe. Alright, with no further ado, let's get into these here patch notes. I'm going to put the link to the patch notes in the comments, and I'm really only going to talk over the things that I think are a big deal. So don't expect to see everything in here. Let me actually make this a little bigger. All right. So moving on. As we all know and expected, the raids are coming out. I'm reading here, no surprises so far. All challenge modes are enabled on the weekly featured raid. That was stated before, but a lot of people might have missed it. So every time it's the weekly raid, all the challenges will be on. When it's not the weekly raid, you'll only be able to complete one of the challenges. So one thing that's still not clear to me, even with the patch notes, is players will receive one Age of Triumph armor ornament for completion of the challenge modes once per character per challenge mode per week. So there's 2 challenge modes in Crota, but there's still a challenge mode in all the other raids. Will you be able to get ornaments for all the other challenge modes? I don't think so. I think it's going to be just a weekly featured raid. Knuckles of Ao. This is a whole new thing. This is kind of like the Siva fragments or the moldering shards, but for the Age of Triumph raids. So you open the raid and then defeat the raid boss. So if you play the beginning of the raid and you make it all the way to the end of the raid, you'll get extra stuff. 3 of coins will now be active on Templar, Atheon, Ir-Yût, Crota, and Atheon, Templar, Ir-Yût, and Crota also have challenge modes. So now we know there are 2 challenge modes in Crota, 2 challenge modes in Atheon, plus all the challenge modes we're accustomed to from King's Fall and Wrath of the Machine. Some fixes. Crucible. There's some updates to what activities will be available in the Crucible Director. Let me go ahead and actually pop over to my PlayStation. Hey, and we can actually see this in the live game. There's that beautiful graphic right there. Okay. So what they're saying is that this node is going to switch in between Control and Clash. This node is going to switch between Rift and Supremacy. This node, this node will switch in between Elimination and Trials of Osiris. Trials of Osiris being on the weekend only, so that's going to... this will switch between Skirmish and Salvage. And this will switch between Rumble and Rumble Supremacy. Private matches are going to stay, and the weekly list this week is Combined Arms, but it'll rotate between Combined Arms, Zone Control, Mayhem Clash, Mayhem Rumble, and Doubles. The classic playlists are gone, and now players that don't have the Taken King or Rise of Iron will be able to access the weekly playlist. There are some changes to the Crucible bounties. Let's take a look at those. None of this is new. There will be daily trials bounties. There will be less bounties that require specific subclasses. It'll be things, instead of being void super kills or something, it'll be super kills. That kind of a thing is what they're saying they'll change. Quests. The Crucible quest chain has been removed. Iron Banner. Some engrams will auto run complete, and you're going to get more chances for year 1 and year 2 armor rewards from the Iron Banner matches. And they're adding Mayhem Clash to Iron Banner. That should be hilarious. Bug fixes. The special ammo change is listed here under General. And with another welcome change. And that is the special ammo crates instantly refill your special weapon on pickup, and would disable join in progress for Rumble playlist if any player has at least 100 points. So you're not going to jump into Rumble and see players that already have 800 points and you've got 0. So that's going to be really nice for people who like Rumble. I hate Rumble, but private matches. They've made changes to the options for power and vehicle, and added ammo and respawn options. Ammunition, they're going to have default, no special, no heavy, and no ammo crates. Let's just go ahead and look at this. There's a lot of changes. So once again, fade into the live game. So you'll see here, in addition to the score limit and time limit, we now have an ammunition checklist and respawns. So that'll be nice. It'd be very nice to set your game types to have different things here. And all the maps that support vehicles will have vehicles. And when you pick elimination, it's going to be set up to look like the live game. See, it's defaulting to a minute 30 match, just like the trials and the live elimination. Okay. They fixed an issue where players were able to leave the intended playable area on Icarus and Skyline. Patrols. They fixed the Plaguelands patrols that weren't dropping stuff. You can get the Grimoire card for Sparrow Racing from private matches now, if you haven't gotten that yet. And if you have the Year 3 Kvostov, it will be awarded, your players will be awarded all Grimoire cards for the Kvostov manual pages upon entering orbit. There's a bug that, I don't know if it came up on screen, but every time I come into the into orbit with certain characters, I get a bunch of Kvostov manual pages, and then they disappear when I go to check my Grimoire or whatever. Alright, so this is important here. The health regen changes. They've made Suros Legacy, No Backup Plans, Word of John, Apotheosis Veil, and Embrace the Void have gone back to the way they always were in Year 1 and Year 2, and until the 2.5.2 patch. These items, the Hungering Blade, Transfusion, Cauterize, the Red Death perk, and Lifesteal have all got the new style health regeneration, which is they give you an instant amount of health, but they give it to you instantly. I said that twice because it's important. So when you kill someone with Red Death, it's not going to trigger health and shield regeneration. It's going to just give you 57 health or shield right away. Bang, in a block. And the same thing for Hungering Blade, Transfusion, Cauterize, and Lifesteal, and also the Ram's special perk. We know about the changes to the Memory of Scory. It will now require a kill to start working and charge supers for a minute. Sidearms we know about. A lot of the changes we've talked about already in terms of the sandbox. Sidearms no longer stack ammo. No Land Beyond has normal flinch for a sniper. Truth, they still nerfed Truth into the ground. It's only one round in the magazine, so they obviously took off tripod as well. But they increased the reload speed to max, and they gave it one extra rocket in its inventory. It's not really much better than the legendary rockets at this stage. So they half unnerfed Blink, so people might start using it. Nobody uses Blink. They nerfed it into the ground. It's one of the coolest things in Destiny, and they nerfed it into uselessness. Necrochasm should blow people up no matter how you kill them. We know about the strike improvements. Daybreak is coming. Nightfall Blue Flames are back. And the reputation bonus on completion. More aggressive idle player detection now in line with Crucible activity. So if you're just chilling, you're going to be booted. Okay. They fixed a bug in Shadow Thief and on the Nexus. Vendors increased the reputation rewarded by the gunsmith for completing weapon tests. In other words, people weren't finishing them, so they decided to increase it. Eris Morn now accepts Moldering Shards and charged Antiquated Runes as donations in exchange for reputation. Adjusted the price of ammo synths for purchase from Eris Morn. Well, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and fly out to the tower. Hey now. There's a cinematic for the Age of Triumph. Let's go ahead and play that. I think it's the... you have to launch it.
From the day your ghost woke you, your light has been our beacon. You defended this city from the worst the darkness sent against us. Atheon, Crota, Oryx, Axis. When you are called on, you will do it again. The city's children tell your story to each other. Pretending to be guardians, they grow braver and more powerful with each retelling. They are no longer afraid. You have shown them, and you have shown me, what it is to hope. You have led us to a new age, Guardian. An age of triumph and remembrance. Today and tomorrow and every day, you fight for us. You fight for the traveler. You fight for those who fled here from 1,000 nations looking for refuge. We thank you, Guardian, and we will never forget.
Sorry about that, everyone. Forgot to turn off the speakers when I turned on the mic. I've got to wait for this to finish. So while we're waiting, there's going to be some rotating stock now at the vendors in the tower. So all legendary armor and weapons will update perks and stats at the weekly reset. That includes all the tower vendors. Crucible Quartermaster sells heavy ammo synth in exchange for Hadium Flakes. Vendor items are now up at light level 380. Shiro will take Eisenfire tokens for 500 Vanguard rep. Xur is going to have some changes. I'll cover them in my Xur video a little bit more thoroughly, but he's now going to have an exotic weapon bundle that is for silver dust and 30 strange coins. You get an exotic weapon and a matching weapon ornament. So they've adjusted the price of special ammo from her. It's 1 black wax idol and 100 glimmer. So you should be able to afford. Same thing for heavy ammo. It's been adjusted down. It's very affordable. This may be the best deal in the game now for heavy ammo and special ammo. Have to give that a little bit of thought. You can see the Hadium Flake donation is available. Rune donations, an antiquated rune, it's a charged one, and moldering shards. Okay. They've removed Sterling and Radiant treasures from Silver Dust Store. Okay. So what they're saying is that they've taken some items away, but they've added some items, and they're explaining that some items that you get from a silver dust engram will dismantle into a 1 silver dust. So that includes infusible crucible armor from year 1 and year 2, Dead Orbit, all the faction armor that you can get from the various engrams. So that's a way to earn some silver dust if you just acquire those normally. And if you get the Icy engram, you get it costs 10 silver dust to buy it, but you get 5 silver dust for taking it apart. Let's go ahead and I'm going to run over there while we keep reading. Oh. It's very confusing because my mouse on the browser screen is at the same place as my mouse on the OBS interface. All right, so here's what they're talking about. You buy some stuff for silver dust, and if you dismantle stuff you get from here, you get a silver dust back. Oh, and these are disabled because you have to have the correct allegiance. Now, apparently you're able to get nope, not a change here. No adjustments here. Trying to find. They said that you are able to get engrams from the various vendors. So I'm going to run over there and check. Oh, I should have checked the purchase price of the Eververse items. I'll do that in a second. I want to change my allegiance. That all looks normal. I'm going to check Future War Cult, since my allegiance is with them. Maybe they have a different option? Oh, there it is. I probably missed it on Dead Orbit. But there you go. For 5 silver dust, you're able to buy this here. It's probably more convenient to buy it at the silver dust store. You can see that the vendor items are all 380. That is a good roll on the wounded. That is a good roll on the wounded. Full auto or extended mag, small bore, outlaw. That is super solid roll. Scopes aren't so great. But other than that, the roll is really decent. I'll probably review those in a bit. Go ahead and fade this back. Treasure of the Ages available from Eververse. And you can get a bunch of stuff from them. Ships, triumph, armor set. You get a free Treasure of the Ages for Weekly Crucible, Weekly Story, and Heroic Strike. Your first completion on those lists. They fixed some problems with local network connections. Let's take a quick look at the Eververse store. Well, that's certainly easier. All you can get is Treasure of the Ages. That's it. That's it. That's all you can use your silver for. Huh. That's all that's available is Treasures of the Ages at the Eververse store. I wonder if that's a bug. All right. Back to the patch notes. Twilight Garrison. This is probably a real peach, but Twilight Garrison now changes color to match the equipped shader. So that's a big deal. And also, skeleton keys and silver privates may appear at the postmaster. So if you, they'll dump to the postmaster if you're full, rather than just disappearing forever. And that's pretty much it. This has already gone on 20 minutes, so again, I'll link this in the comments. Let's take a look at the city. I know a lot of people have been wondering, but this is what the city looks like. So that burning city we saw in the Destiny 2 reveal is this view. It's from this perspective. And draw your own conclusions. All right. That's it from me, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I hope this helped some of you all. You know where to find me, you know what to do with that. So that'll be it, and I'll see you Starside Guardians.